Welcome to another exciting video or tutorial with me, Nirenda. I'm going to take you through this, a lesson of unlocking the power of data science, applications, impact, and future trends. We are also going to do an example of how you can use data science. So, what are we going to discuss today? Uh, so for the so for today, we'll talk a bit about the introduction to data science, introduction to data science, benefits of data science industry leveraging data science skills, specialized areas within data science, tools used in data science, challenging in implementing data science, conclusion and future trends. Then I'll also give you some resources where you can get this data. So for the introduction, so data science basically is the interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract insights and knowledge from structured and unstructured data. So unstructured data is that data that is well organized in maybe tables, rows, and columns. Then unstructured can just be information maybe you get from a form and it's not well organized. So structured data is easy to search and use, while unstructured data is quite complex to search and analyze. So, for the scope of data science, it encompasses a range of techniques such as statistics, where I use different mathematical tools to analyze information. We have machine learning on the other hand, data analysis where you analyze the data and get insights from it, then data visualization where you visualize what kind of insights are you getting from the data so that your manager and your team can understand what you're trying to extract from the given data or the given problem. So, what are some of the benefits of data science? Uh, Informed decision. So, you're able to forecast future trends, anticipate customer behavior from the given data. You're able to do predictive analysis. You're able to improve efficiency. For example, in an industry, you can use data science to leverage efficiency. You can use data science in personalization, which is most used maybe on YouTube. If you have noticed, the videos that you watch most of the time is what the YouTube algorithm tell us the information to. So this is one of an example of personalization. Then fraud detections, which is used by banks to detect anomalies, fake IDs, and so on. Then healthcare advancements, enhance customer experience, like Amazon and Alibaba are using this kind of stuff. Risk management, companies like BlackRock are able to use AI to manage their financial assets. Human resource management, so that you can optimize how people are working and so on. So, what are some of the industries leveraging data science skills? As I said, banks are using data science to detect anomalies, from fake accounts, from people trying to use fraud for this type of schemes to get money from these institutions. We have the healthcare system where you're able to collect a lot of data from different areas. So from here, you're able to see trends like, hey, people from Mazabuka are getting a lot of malaria or cholera. So you'll be like, hey, what is causing people to get this? So we can use data science to pinpoint what areas are getting what diseases and try to put in measures to prevent those decisions from escalating and making things maybe worse. Other companies using data science are e-commerce platforms like Alibaba. So every time you search something like on Alibaba, you're most likely to see them on ads. Like I mostly see this. Like when I search about phones, all of a sudden the ads are going to be tailored for phones. So they are using these kind of tools to make sure that they maximize their profits, and it's very useful. This is real things that are happening in the world. So data science is highly being used in such kind of industries like manufacturing, Retails like Shoprite can use, and other pick and pay malls, any shop can use this. They can analyze what kind of payments are mostly people using, what kind of product are people mostly buying. So managers can know to say, hey, in our inventory this month we're supposed to buy more of this, because from historical data, we found that people buy milli meal on the 30th. So tracks should be here on the 27th, so that we start back the milli meal. Then this other month, we just buy maybe, for example, one track. Then marketing and advertising, able to see maybe using tools like Google Analytics to say, hey, people are using mostly Facebook to find us. So you are going to focus your marketing on Facebook, because they have gotten the data to say, hey, we are getting most of our customers from Facebook. Then other industries are energy companies, we have education companies, like each school here in Zambia is using Twitter boards, to educate the kids in secondary school about this kind of stuff. Then we have government, the transportation and logistics, entertainment and media, like this company Netflix uses a lot of machine learning and data analysts to understand, to say, hey, this individual likes certain movies about this. So most of the time, you're most likely to see those to see those, kind of videos. If you're an anime person, you'll be seeing mostly anime popping up on your screen. That's where those things are coming. Then specialized areas in within data science, like machine learning. So machine learning basically is getting an input, or you get a large set of vehicles, you extract certain features, then you train an algorithm to classify maybe different cars. It's a Mercedes, it's a what, or maybe you're trying to distinguish between cars and other objects that are not the car. So when you feed the machine this kind of information, it will be able to tell you to say this is a car or it's not. Then we have another field which is deep learning. So basically, deep learning is like another subset of machine learning, where you use neural networks like this to analyze information from the given input to predict what kind of maybe object it's detecting, and so on. Then we have natural language processing, like ChatGPT is an example of that. So we're able to see these things, and we're using some of these tools that are branching out of data science. Then we have computer vision, uh, such as Shoprite, those barcode scanners and lift detection. All these companies are trying to use computer vision for all those kind of applications. We have big data analytics. We're able to analyze and get a lot of information from a lot of data. Maybe it's from banks and etc. Then we have time series analysis, e.g., stocks, the stock market. We're able to analyze the past behavior of a stock. Maybe it's an Apple stock, and from that information, you can know how it's able to perform in the future. So stock traders, forex traders can use this kind of information. Okay. Then we have other areas like data visualization, where you're able to visualize your data in bars, line timelines, and so on. Then the rest, I'm not going to explain much of it because I've explained most of the stuff, and this is just the basics. So if you understand what I've talked about, these other areas will just be like the work. Okay. Now, what are some of the tools used in data science? One is Excel, we have Python, SQL, and Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, so Excel is a tool which is used for data analysis. You can also use other programming languages like Python and R. Then other tools like TensorFlow, PyTorch are used for machine learning and deep learning. Pandas is used for dealing with Excel sheets. We're able to use code to extract certain information from the information, and we have two other libraries like NumPy and SciPy. which are used for mathematical computations. Yeah. Then we have matplotlib, which is able to visualize, plot the graphs, historical graphs, pie charts, and so on. Okay. Then what are some of the challenges in data science? We Some of the data quality is kind of poor. It's kind of difficult to find patterns and insights, and there's a lack of talent in data science because it's a new. So in Zambia, I don't think there's a university that is offering a bachelor's degree in data science. So this can be like you can leverage this kind of scarcity to enable you to become a data scientist and work for these companies and provide real value to the industry. Then the conclusions and future trends. So data science is continuously evolving and advancing in AI, deep learning, and machine learning and automation. So you can leverage uh, this kind of information in order to stay up to date with what is happening in this ever-changing world. We also you need to also understand the importance of continuous learning, because if you're not constantly updating yourself, you're going to be left behind. So some of the resources I will provide them. You can get everything on my GitHub, and the link will be below the description of this video. You can do some online courses like Great Learning, the Academy. You can use Coursera. You can use other platforms like Google Colab, Kaggle to get data, and GitHub to see some examples of, of, of the codes. Okay, we are going to do an example of analytics. So we'll go to Kaggle.com to get some data. Okay, so this is a website to use to get data. So just get data from sales. Okay, yeah, so just this. So you search sales, get this information. So you can download that, and you're able to see that there are different branches. So it's branch A, branch B. So these super centers are located in different cities. We have members. We have other people using this. We have some product lines, and it has all this kind of data that we can use. Okay, yeah. So from here, you can now use Google Colab. So you do not have to install anything on the computer. You can just use the cloud to do your analytics. Okay. So I am not going to do everything from scratch because um, uh, it's going to take us a lot of time. So I already prepared the data set. Okay, so just go through the steps, and yeah, this is wrong. This is market sales. Okay, yeah. So you can connect your the Google Colab to the computers on their server so that you can use their resources. Okay, so to get the useful insight, you're going to use libraries from Python like pandas. So you have to import it like that. Then you are supposed to import Seaborn, which is used to plot um, certain graphs along with matplotlib. Yeah, so that you can visualize and see correlations in the data. So you just have to run this cell. Uh, this notepad will be given to you so that you can study this and get some data and maybe do some more research like that. Okay. Um, okay. We'll have to mount our Google Drive. So on your Google Drive, just go on your Google Drive, get that data, and create a folder on your Google Drive and upload that sales data. So I'm just trying to mount. So this is how you mount the information that you have uploaded on your Google Cloud, on your Google Drive, so that it can be available in Google Cloud. Okay, so my drive, I created a folder called lessons. Then this is what my data is. So it's supermarket sales. Yeah, yeah. So pandas is used to read CSV files. So from here, able to see which are normal customers, cities, which kind of branch. We're able to see the ratings, gross income. So from this data, we're going to try to extract which stores has the highest rating, which stores which kind of like here are the payments, which kind of payment is mostly used so that maybe stores can optimize or maybe have more of those machines to process those kind of payments. Which stores is producing the highest margin rate? Which kind of product is selling the most? Okay, so for this part, I'm able to I want to analyze which kind of payment is mostly used from given data. So from here, I'm able to call the quorum. I've already defined df. Df is here. So I'm using pandas to call this quorum. And when I call this quorum, I'm able to count. This is the function you use to count the amount of times you're going to see a certain payment type. Then from there, you're going to use matplotlib, which is initialized as plt. So you get this function for pi to segment the different type of payments used. So from this that they were able to see that cash, e-wallet is mostly used. So if you're a store owner, you're going to optimize and make sure we have enough maybe machines to process e-wallet payments. Then the other is cash and credit cards. Okay, what kind of other information can you extract is what gender is mostly using our store. So from here, you're able to see that there are more females that are using the store. So you can optimize your stores and make sure that we create kind of a conducive environment for females and both males. And from this you can say, I think maybe it's these women, maybe that the mothers are able to use this more. So how are we going to make sure that the environment mostly favors kids? They might come with kids and so on. Okay. Then from here, we're able to get or going to group each city with its with its gross. From the gross income column, we add the sum. So we add the sum based on each city. So this is how you use these functions. So just it's very intuitive. Like if I get this city, how am I going to interact? How am I going to combine it with the different income each store is making? So these are some of the functions you can use, but there is more documentations for this. Um, which I will provide all the links below in the description. So you're able to use uh, that to show the graph. So this is the graph. So from this, you're able to see that this city, I'm unable to pronounce it very well and I don't want to make mistakes. I'll just be like, this city is the one making the most, gross income. Okay. Then the other graph you can do is gross income by product. So which product is generating the most sales? So maybe we can buy more of that product, maybe market more of that product because it's the one which is selling the most. So so from this, the food and beverages are the most which are selling, followed by um, electronic accessories, fashion, and travel sports. The least selling are beauty and health products. So, and healthy products. So you can from this data you can be like, if I'm a shop owner, I'm going to buy most of the food and beverage, because this is what people are mostly buying. Yeah. Okay. So here, which store is getting the highest rating? It's C. So C is getting the most. So it'd be like, okay, if C is getting the highest rating, like why? Is it because the, the employees are treating people better than the other shops? Like all this kind of data, and you can use or emulate how the other store is performing and just copy and paste it to the other store so that you can optimize um, the the sales for the other stores. So I'm going to give this code for free. You can just use it in Google Colab and yeah, try to tweak with it. You can also use ChatGPT to maybe explain more about the given functions. Okay, yeah. Then we can also get the different ratings from different stores. So from here, the stores with the highest rating is mostly A and B is getting like the overall. Despite C getting the highest rating, you can see from this data that even these stores are getting a lot of ratings. And you can, as I said, you can try to emulate the kind of behavior. In the correlation matrix, able to see how the price is relating to the taxes and so on. So you're able to get a lot of insightful data from this. So I think that's the end of this tutorial, and kindly get in touch with me, subscribe for more useful content like this, guys. Thank you, and see you next time.